Today we're going to be doing things a little different. You might notice that there's still TF2 gameplay in the background, but I'm not here playing the game with you. I'm out in my room doing something completely different, and we're going to talk about something today. Not something serious, not something debilitating. I'm not ill, I don't have an illness. We're just going to be talking about something that's been racking my mind over the last few weeks and over the last few days has really started to boil over. A few weeks ago, I started a project. It was a project in Gary's mod. Now, I told you in my last video that I made a project, and this isn't the same thing. This is something completely different. You see, this project was to take a map from Payday 2. Yes, that Payday 2, the funny heist game. I was supposed to take that map and put it in Gary's mod. Now, that sounds completely impossible, but it's not. Well, it did end up being impossible, but not for the reasons you would think. This ended up frustrating me so bad that I just abandoned the thing completely. I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. It was just not worth the effort. And I displayed that frustration to some of my friends. Now, one of those friends ended up getting access to S&box a few days later. Now, if you don't know what S&box is, like, you've been living under a rock, you have no idea what's going on, the general gist of it is that it's Gmod 2, or rather a spiritual successor to Gmod. And I gotta say, I'm probably more hyped for this game to come out than literally anything else in like the past 10 years probably. Now, if you know me, you're probably like shocked at this information, like, what the hell, man? Aren't you always like so overly pessimistic about games for no reason? Don't you hate everything that comes out? But let me tell you, S&box is different. It's like if the best parts of Gary's mod were put into Unreal Engine or Unity or any modern engine. It is a perfect fusion between everything that made the original game so good without the limitations of the source engine. Now, I know we on this channel, we like Valve games. We like the source engine, don't we? We love the source engine. Well, I work in the source engine. I know its strengths, I know its weaknesses, I know what it's good at, I know what it's bad at. I know the one time it pooped its pants at school, and everything that it's bad at is completely gone in S&box, and that's because S&box is source 2, if you didn't know that. So I got access to S&box a few days ago. I have it now, and guess what? That project that I started that I got really frustrated with, that really started to make my blood boil, it's gone over so smoothly in comparison, and it looks so much better now. It's literally just a direct upgrade in every way. I am really excited for S&box to come out to the public, and I know that a lot of you are worried about the game. It's been in development for quite a long time. Like hell, it even started on Unreal Engine, like before Half-Life Alyx released. Gary Newman was making this on the freaking Unreal Engine. I don't know how that would have panned out, but I'm glad he switched to Source 2. I don't know what kind of Elder God incantations he needed to perform to let Valve give him access to the engine. I can only assume that when he heard Half-Life Alyx was coming out, he went to Valve's cave, he knocked on their big boulder wall, they peeked out with big bushy beards and like $20,000 computers, and Gary Newman goes and asks them, hey, can I have the Source 2 engine? They go back inside for like 5 more minutes to come out, and they have like a half-broken version of Source 2, and they tell them, here, go fix it yourself. I mean, if you look at older versions of Source 2, like, I think even anything before S&box, they don't even have a water shader in there. There is no water support in Source 2. So if you want to know, like, the extent that Gary and the Face Punch team have had to, like, make Source 2 better, there's a lot of stuff they need to do even before they get to the part of making a spiritual successor to Gmod. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I have really just been getting very excited for the possibility of S&box coming out within the last few weeks, and I really feel like I had to talk about it somewhere. preferably here, you know, to my audience. Now, I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I hope you didn't mind me talking at you too much. And I hope to do this maybe a little bit more. I hope you're doing good, and I hope we get to see each other sometime soon.